Hello, welcome to another macro video. Okay, so we're looking today at the question of how to find macros for particular things that you want, and that's going to involve accessing the macro menu. So I want to explain about that to make it easy for you to find things. So the problem we've got is that there are rather a lot of macros available, unfortunately, because I've been doing it for quite a while. So what will we explain in that is where the macro menu is first of all. Once you've found it, how do you search for the particular macros you want, and then once you've found a macro, how do you get hold of it from my website, and also how do you use the macro, or rather how do you find the instructions which will explain how to use the macro. Okay, so where do we get the macro? Well, we get it from my website, which is wordmacrotools.com, and at the bottom of the screen in the middle is the macro menu, so click on that, and available there is the macro menu in a PDF format, which I can click on that, but the problem with PDFs is that you can only kind of search them linearly, in other words look down through for a particular word or phrase. What we want to do is have a more flexible means of searching, which involves using macros, and therefore on that page is available a Word version of the macro menu, which is what we're going to use now. So here it is, and a bit of instruction at the beginning, and then the list of the various macros that you might want to search for. So we think about the problem we're trying to solve. Today there was somebody asking about how to change the case of sentences, and so you can search for sentence or case. Well, let's try case, and the macro I'm going to use is ListOfFound. It's a very powerful macro, but we just want to use it fairly simply, and we ignore all the wording there. It's just looking for the word case, and off we go. And what it does is look through the document to find all occurrences of the word case, and it seems there are 65 in all, and they're in 39 different paragraphs, and these paragraphs, each of these paragraphs is one of the macros, so that's what we're looking for. Now within that we could kind of search. If we searched instead for sentence here, then we could look through this and do the same thing to get the sentences or the macros that refer to sentences, but we can do it all in one swift movement, and that is we can type the two words into the macro menu and then run ListOfFound. So that's offering us both case and sentence. Off it goes, and it finds 5 paragraphs, i.e. 5 macros, where the words case and sentence occur in the same macro. So then you can go off and get the macro you want. So on the left hand side there you've got the name of the macro, so if it's that's the one we want, we can click on that. Up it comes, select all, copy and paste. Go into VBA and paste it, which is fine. And on the right hand side is a link to a PDF, in this case chapter 12 of my book, which is where that particular macro is explained in terms of giving instructions as to what it does and how to do it. That's fine. But you look back to the macro menu itself, and not all of them are in black. Some of them are multicolored, and the reason for that is that creating macros is great fun. I really enjoy it, but documenting macros is a bit boring. And in any case, if there's some fairly obscure macro that I've created for someone, maybe nobody else will want it anyway. So am I going to spend time documenting every single macro? And the answer is no. Sorry. The fact that the different colors identifies it as undocumented, and there's no link on the right hand side. Yeah, that's it. So you just type in a couple of words to see what you want, and then use ListOfFound to find the macros. And that's all there is to it. Okay, always give me a shout if you can't find what you want, and I'll see if I can find it. Okay, bye for now.